podcast, the spiritual successor to Post Show, the Grinning. We don't know what we're calling this yet or what we're doing exactly, except it's going to be slightly more professional.
Del Taco Fan Club.
And we're not going to do it after shows, usually, probably.
I wanted to do a movie podcast.
No, I wanted to have like segments so we can have a movie review segment.
I think the podcast will be called Heil Trump. Right?
You're gonna bleep that out, right?
Our glorious new overlord.
Trump news.
Trump news.
We're here with the usual suspects, Thomas, Andrew, and myself, Daryl, and we're joined by, for the first time ever, right, Jorge. You may know him as those from the internet and shows.
You sounded so enthusiastic.
He's replacing Thomas forever.
Girl, bye.
Or the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to include the audience, the vast audience, with the decisions we make about the podcast. So if you have ideas for how we can improve the show, or segments, or things we should change,
Never trust the audience.
or that you'd want more of, well, I'm not saying we're going to trust them. I'm just saying we're going to listen to them.
The audience is always right.
I heard the audience is stupid.
Well, if you have any ideas, please write in. I was going to set up some sort of phone line, but I haven't done it yet. So you can't call
That wouldn't make... Okay.
Call Thomas at 714. What's your phone number?
Your mom's.
Whoa. Or you can just write us at
Tweet at us.
or on Instagram,
At-
Facebook, at the Grinning. Yeah, now that you're behind the scenes, most of the beeps on the show are just me and racism.
Some mild racism. Some playful racism.
Yeah, I don't know if most people know Andrew's like our 9th drummer
Oh yeah.
that we played a show with.
9th and 11th.
Yeah.
Johnny was our 10th.
Yeah, for that one show, that was crazy.
While we were recording a record, Andrew quit. We had a show that night, and Andrew quit while we were recording, and our producer engineer like played the show with us, that he doesn't know drums. He didn't know how to play drums.
How'd that show go?
It's kind of fun.
I thought it was an entertaining show, but the music was really good. Like, Johnny at points stopped playing drums to chase a heckler around the bar. And then they kind of got into a fight, like, outside, right?
I don't think so. Johnny sings all right.
I can't see Johnny chasing.
He was.
Yeah, he stopped playing drums in the middle of the song.
He doesn't seem like that
It's
type of guy, but...
He was like, hey, shut up or something. I think he was kind of self-conscious about playing drums because he's not a drummer. He said it was the first time he's ever played drums, like,
In front of people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Were
the
we
guy-
playing with out-of-town bands?
I don't remember.
What was their name? Bagheera?
Yeah, that was that show.
I think I might have said. Actually, no. Ike wasn't there. It was another time that was before.
Well, anyway, you're a listener, or if you listen to shows, what would you like to hear more of or less of? How would you like it to be different, better?
The podcast or
As he walks away.
The
your live shows?
The podcast, I don't think our live show can get better at all. It's at the pinnacle.
We're physically peaking.
Let's see, for the podcast.
More air horn.
More air horn. More Trump, obviously, since that's gonna be the new thing in America.
You gotta up the Trump punks.
The Trump.
Yeah, we could get a sound effects app on, like, our phones.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna be huge.
No, we should just do our own sound
A
effects with
Trump
like our
sound.
mouths.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's not a good idea. I veto that right now.
Beep beep. R2D2.
Boop boop. Beep. Boop boop. You didn't like Papu? It sounds like you guys really like Papu.
I think my favorite R2D2 noise is when he's like,
No, that's my howl thing on Love's a Hole. It's based on R2D2.
I don't think so.
No, that's me trying to do R2D2. Seriously.
Okay. I'll believe you.
I'll do anything to get out of this conversation.
So more Trump
More R2.
I like the idea of segments.
segments.
You guys are all pop culture people.
Well, when is the next segment? I'm
No,
waiting
well, like
for the next
we have to
segment.
like structure the show. So we could have like we see a movie. Like whenever we see a movie, we can like review it.
Today in Trump.
You can review Twitch streamers.
Oh man, that.
Yeah, we can have video game reviews. We could have album reviews too. I also wanted to do a thing where we like interview bands.
I don't want to do albums.
That's getting too much.
Who are we, Lo-Fi? We can't do better than
We
Lo-Fi.
should interview Lo-Fi.
Fuck that.
I love lo-fi. They went from I can get the bleep this, but they went from wanting to sue me in January to now they want to work with me.
What is
I wrote an article for them. They're like, oh yeah, I really like your stuff, and if you want to do a show, and I'm like, okay.
They're seriously gonna sue you about what?
Because for the
Slander?
Ozone Fest, no, I plagiarized when it was really satirized one of their interviews.
Or he air quoted plagiarized.
Yeah.
We'll probably cut this out.
No, really honestly.
But no, they're cool after that. Once
After
they,
them wanting to sue me.
yeah, once they follow me on Twitter and realize I can reach the young people, where I can reach the Red Pears fans, Thomas's favorite band.
When you get 4 likes on Twitter.
Have any of you guys' tweets gotten 4 likes?
No,
Our
what was that one
record?
tweet that like, didn't make any sense? And I got a bunch of
I
likes.
think our record's like 8.
She's still there. There was a movie coming out at the time, and there was like a hashtag for the movie. And I just tweeted something random with that hashtag, and it got so much activity. It was so dumb.
You just gotta watch at midnight and like
Yeah,
do all
that's
those.
what I do. We used to do that for. We got a lot of stuff off of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is coming back.
I've been noticing all the Walking Dead tweets.
Yeah.
Wait, did we tweet about Negan? Do you have a good tweet
No,
about
I don't
Negan?
think we tweeted all about Walking Dead. We
Not
all
recently.
watched. Was that last night?
Yeah.
No, we watched Talking Dead last night. The night before that,
Yeah.
we
So
watched
2 nights ago we watched the finale of Walking Dead. I don't know why we do so much stuff together.
Yeah,
You
guys
like-
are
you
friends
say
or,
like
like
it's a
band or
problem.
We're like
anything.
friends.
Yeah, I want to say friends. You got acquaintances.
No, I work
You have
friends.
you have a mutual thing to bond over. Del Taco.
I guess I'm self-conscious now. I don't feel like other bands do this.
'Cause I think we're like friends first, and then,
Well, then
we
let's
just happen to
just-
be in a
Let's
band.
do what bands do. Smoke weed all day.
Well, there's different. For garage scene, it's weird because some bands are like you guys, where it's like people just together, like who like each other and stuff, and there's some people who are in it just to like they're just in a band. They play music and then they go do their own lives. They don't really do much with their members and stuff. Like I've noticed that talking and getting to know bands, that there's various elements that come into play when it comes to chemistry between people and how they act. And
What band has the worst chemistry?
We can beat this up.
together, I don't know. On a smaller scale, like Pity Party's dumb. Like they can leave that in, but because San Diego has great bands. I love San Diego. Shout out to the Soaks and
So
Mr. Magician, Cheeks, Beach Goons.
T-Rex. T-Rexico.
Yeah, T-Rex.
They're good.
But they've been playing a couple 18 plus.
18 plus is always weird. Like either just go one way or the other.
I like 18 plus. I wish there was more 18 plus places around here. Because like not even bars will let you do that anymore. And then
Didn't Santa Ana Underground just had an 18 plus show, right?
the Wednesday show?
Yeah.
That was all ages.
I thought it was. Oh, yeah.
But that's because Chris has Chris's place pretty much at this point. So you can do that. That's what I like about Santa Ana. Santa Ana's in my opinion right now is the best place for underground music. You want to go to a show.
That's interesting. Why?
Because up until recently, you know, you had your Top Acid, Table 87, and Go See garage shows, but now those are sort of done. I mean, Beatnik Bandito always has good bands, but the space itself isn't, you know, made for movement, which kind of sucks. But you can definitely go pay $5 to see some good bands. And then what Chris is doing with the Yost, and even when it comes to the 21 plus, the Deigo Underground, whatever shows, those are great lineups too. And Santa Ana seems more accepting of everything now compared to everywhere. Like the Crystal Gallery in Brea, that got shut down as soon as it really got big compared to Table 87, where they were having huge events that they would advertise and people would come to. Nothing happened until the punks took over and destroyed everything. Shout out to Pizza Puke and the HB Nazi punks. Love you guys. But yeah, Santa Ana's cool. I like it because it's not that far from home.
Oh, where are you from?
Lamarado.
Lamarado.
I'm Lovely Bad Things, Melissa Brooks territory.
They're from Lamarado?
I think I thought Melissa's Seal Beach.
She, cause Ryan's from there.
Okay. That's also Storyteller's Sally Mae territory. I'll bleep that out.
No one responded to that. I don't.
Is there a scene in Lamarado?
For not really. There was, cause my friend's band Hit Me Harold. They're like an emo
Oh yeah.
math band. They're the only ones who are really throwing shows in or around there, and they got pretty big. That was cool to see them. But now they all moved up north to San Francisco to go to school, and they come down sometimes to play shows. But
We were supposed to play a show with them one time,
they put on a good show.
and then something happened.
But now what else? Capital Wasteland. They're a punk band. They're stopping now. They're becoming a new band because their bassist moved to Arizona, and so then rather than continue with that name, they're just starting over. So and then of course you have Lovely Bad Things who used to do shows there too. Those are some lit shows that my mom never let me go to. But I don't know, it's weird. Now there's, like, my last year of high school, there is some Burger Kids, but now it's pretty much a good majority of Burger Kids. Even people I graduated with are going to go see, they went to go see Fiddlar, and they're seeing the Frights and all that. When I was blasting that shit like sophomore year, and everyone's like, what?
I hear that frisbee golf is big in Lamarado.
Yeah, we have the park that's right next to the golf course and the high school is, I don't know, it has some record for frisbee golf. So there's always competitions there.
How do you know that?
I'm in Lamarado kind of a lot.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I've practiced Iggy Pop in that park like a couple times.
Nice park.
Except the ducks are kind of assholes.
Oh
Or
yeah.
what ducks aren't?
Ducks are always mean.
My on my personal account, my Twitter account, I have a picture of ducks in a pool of water from junior year of high school, I think, because whenever it would rain, all the ducks would go from the park right across the street to the high school and play in the puddles and shit. And then anyone who has a pool within like a half-mile radius, they're always in there. So
That's cool.
but the ducks are assholes, and the geese and all them. Don't trust birds. If you take anything from this, don't. This is the anti-bird podcast now.
Except for penguins.
Penguins are cool.
Penguins are the
Penguins
only
are
birds
some
that matter.
Cool birds.
Chill birds would have been better, but
I don't like that word.
you don't like chill?
No.
Do you even like Netflix?
Do you use the word chill?
No, I don't talk like you.
I use the word chill a lot.
I'm not down with your sickness.
That was good.
When's the next segment?
Let's do
So
it now.
you were somehow you ended up managing that second level of the Yost benefit show.
Oh yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, I got there early.
You bought a ticket.
Yeah, I bought a ticket. Yeah, I bought a ticket because I wanted to go see. At first, I didn't want to go to the thing, as much as I care. Like,
Yeah.
I feel what happened, that really sucks for someone, because that could have happened to anyone, really, and I feel bad for the family and all that.
I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast already, but Thomas was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael told me that you were there, and he told me that you saw.
Yeah.
Thomas saw the knife, and he's a witness. He's gonna get called to the stand.
Okay, I did it. What was that Netflix? Making a Murder?
Yeah.
I think that's.
But so yeah, I bought my ticket because I saw Santoros are added, and I love Santoros. I haven't seen them forever. I saw them at Burger Alma 3, and they're one of the first bands I ever met that were just super cool people, and they got me onto Lollipop and Musty Boys, and all that whole original LA scene, like Renee from Viva and then Tiff. That's how I really got into that. From like, besides listening to music, that's what got me into going to shows and hanging out with people, and that's like sort of how those became.
I saw Santoros and Jeff him play this place that used to throw shows in El Monte,
The Warehouse.
the warehouse,
Yeah.
and there was like 4 people there. It's like they're coming straight from Mexico to El Monte.
That's Santoro's family. But so yeah, I got there to Yost early, and when I got in, I helped Chris set up the second stage, and then he sort of ran off to go do stuff downstairs on the main stage, and so then I was just waiting there. Then the band was looking to me for guidance because I was like messing around with the mic, so apparently everyone thought I was important. And so from there, I think it was Jailbirds who was waiting. So when the Hurricanes ended, I was like, yeah, can you guys start right now? And then from there, I just took over. I didn't see Chris until Fields came on, which was like
a good 6 hours later.
Yeah, they were like the fourth or fifth band. So
That was really nice of you, but I don't think you should have did that.
well, I don't. Well, what's wrong with it?
It's not that it's bad. It's just like too much.
Because Jorge's, a nice guy.
Yeah.
Offering his help.
Like, it wasn't anything that I haven't done before. It's just telling bands, hey, go right now, and hey, can you only play 1 more song, 2 more songs? That's a tip for all you people who want to do shows. Never tell a band to do 1 song. Tell them to have 2 songs left, because then they usually
Yeah, huffy.
they get yeah. Because when you tell them 1, they get all mad. Oh, we had 7 songs left, and we have to play this one after this. They become all bitches and stuff. So don't tell them 5 minutes, or you tell them you have 2 songs. Hopefully, most of the time they'll choose like a great song and then another okay song. But sometimes you get a dick who'll play the longest songs they have.
But don't tell that to Walter, because that's
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude,
Coyotes. That was the most atrocious reaction of that I've ever seen. Where was it? It was Jeanette. It's like, hey guys, 1 more song. And they were really mad. And they were obviously really mad. And then they went into like a 20-minute jam session. Like freak out jam session. Just acting it out.
I was actually gonna join that band.
Oh wow. You wouldn't have fit in that band at all.
Yeah, when I was in UCI, because one of the guys went to UCI, and He was in the open jam club, and my girlfriend at the time was like, "Oh yeah, there's this band. They're looking for a drummer." I was like, "Okay." And then she's like, "But you wouldn't fit in with them. They, drink and smoke." I was like,
They're bad
I'll see. I'll try it out." I never drummed with them. I checked out the music and I said, "Yeah, I wouldn't want to play it." And then I found Lonely Spiders.
The rest is history.
We
Yeah.
stole you from them.
Yeah.
But now, I'm curious about this. So everybody knows that Jorge sets up shows, and he had that tip. What are your top five tips for putting together a show? The do's and don'ts.
1, make sure they're legal. 2,
Well,
Have it PA.
oh, that's a big one, but it depends on what kind of show.
3.
Like if you want to do the shows that I'm
Get
doing,
bands.
yeah, if you want to do the shows that I'm doing where 12 people come, and I lose a bunch of
That's
money.
pretty good. Sounds like we're the
No,
on
the only
same
band
path.
where I didn't have a lot of people. The only show was one in Riverside with Joel Jerome, Psycho Magic,
Oh yeah, that one.
the Astro Samurais, Katarina,
That's a good.
and like a bunch of other bands.
Good line.
Caterwall, Everyday Halloween, shout out to them. Everyday Halloween's done now, but Caterwall, they're gonna be big.
Caterwall are really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have lots of stuff lined up, but yeah, only like 3 people pay for that show.
It's weird.
And
Dang.
yeah, I lost quite a bit of money on that one. And then the week that was my second show technically.
That's a crazy good lineup, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Steven from Psycho Magic in Portland, because so that's like how I was saying was like getting into going to shows first before starting them and becoming friends with all these people and talking to bands. That's how you like you guys, just talking to you guys outside of program, and now here I am
Eden Delta.
on the podcast. But yeah, you just gotta go. Most bands aren't dicks. Some aren't. Yeah.
Wait, wasn't I a dick though when you first started talking to me? I wasn't intentionally a dick, but I'm not good at talking to people.
Yeah, Daryl was
Yeah.
like, I think I was mean to this kid. And I was like, why?
I'm
He's
just
like,
not
I
a
was, like,
warm.
in a bad
I'm
mood
just
or
not a
something.
warm person.
Is that why you're in a sweater?
Yeah, I'm cold.
You're chill. Like the.
I was gonna say that. You always beat me like 1 second.
Yes.
Wait, what's your next tip?
What was my tip? Let's see. If you want to do a successful show, get. Or no, this is a good one for any show. Is your headliner. Don't. For me personally, I don't like them to go last because.
Too predictable.
Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, because a lot of people unless it's like a huge headliner that people are going to see, then people would normally sort of start leaving if they go on too late. So if you put them like second to last and then have another good band end it, that's cool. That's what I like to do. But
I feel what the trick is like sometimes if there's like say like a 5-band bill and there's like 4 obvious openers and the headliner, the trick is that you have one of the openers close it.
yeah.
That's the trick. that's the promoter tricking everybody. Surprise, band, you're last.
Like I know at the smell, pretty much every big band hates headlining because it's at all ages, so kids leave by like 11:30, 12. Like I've seen lit shows go from sold out to like no one there by the time the headliner comes on,
Yeah.
and it sucks. But who was telling me? Vinny from Vegas was telling me that 4 bands is normally too much, even if it's all like a stacked lineup. That most people just go for 3 because by the time the 3rd band ends, it's still early enough for people to just hang out there, and no one's gonna leave in the middle of their set or anything.
Who's Vinny
Vegas.
from Vegas?
The band Vegas,
Oh, Vegas. I thought you meant- I
VAGU,
meant literal Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
There's some good people in Las Vegas. They always treat us nice and give us a lot of money.
Okay.
And that's what counts.
Yeah, that's my next step is going towards. I'm trying to set up one show in Oregon, one show in Arizona, and then one show.
Are you gonna be like on the phone with people while it's happening?
No, I'll go.
You're gonna go to
Good.
Oregon? All the way to Oregon?
Yeah. Just take like a weekend off and just chill. But cause I know enough people up there where I can just hang out.
That's cool. So what is the big end goal for you?
Sell out hard.
Well, the President's Day weekend is the last those thing has those and like for me personally, this was all out of fun, you know. That's why I don't really mind losing money and stuff, because I just want everyone who plays to have fun and go play places they normally wouldn't be able to play. Like, you're not gonna have like any of the bands that had played those at Fest, like when would any of them play Los Globos or any other LA venue? That's what I care about the experience, and then whoever goes to have fun, and whoever plays to be able to have something on their resume or their portfolio. But yeah, it started out of fun and it was just like a joke, but then people started taking it seriously enough.
Yeah, that's where you went wrong.
Yeah.
That's where we went wrong.
Yeah, I think like a lot of things in our band, it's a
Started
joke
as a
that
joke.
went too far.
Way too far.
Yeah, that's how like all my shows have been like that, where it's just I'll be bored at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'll tweet something, and then next thing I know I have a lineup, and I'm like, okay. Or yeah, everything's a joke that I tweet, and then people retweet it, and then I'm like, I'll do it then.
So you're retiring?
I'm trying those, but I already have a couple names set up for the new thing.
So it's just a rebranding?
Pretty much, and it's gonna be focused on
Is
like different.
those
take over.
too tainted?
No, I don't know. I think the name though is pretty dumb in the front. Like whenever someone asks me how I came up with that, it's just like, I don't know. It's just easy, and no one took the domain. So,
Wait, what are some of the new names?
rock stars, but RAWK.
Does Melted own that already?
I don't know.
But I looked it up, and there's like a vegan smoothie thing that's called Rockstars in like Indianapolis, and they have that domain. But then I have another one, Not a Garage, and then get a place and call it Not a Garage.
That'd be cool. I'd go to that.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you have any more do's or don'ts for doing shows? I think you had two. Go to shows.
Go
and,
to shows, talk to people, not just bands. Talk to people who go to shows, because you never know who you're gonna talk to. You don't, because most people up until recently didn't know who I was, but now people know. And like people would talk to me, and I talk to bands like they never knew who I was until I actually had to tell them. But you meet some cool people from all over. Like there's this one guy who's always at every LA show. His name is Kenneth, and he goes to like all the big festivals, FYF and Coachella and all the Lollipop stuff. And he sells office supplies during the week, and on the weekend he just goes to shows and parties it up. He's like 40 something. So like whenever you look in pictures from like shows at the Echoplex, look for a tall guy. He's brown and he has long gray hair.
So go to shows, talk to people,
Get an
meet
office
Kenneth.
job.
Get an
Kenneth.
office show.
Go to Coachella.
Go to
Do you have
shows.
some don'ts?
Profit.
Don'ts?
Profit.
Don't do what I do and get bands that you think are good. Get bands that will get heads in there.
Get heads.
Or at least get two bands that'll get heads.
Yeah.
And then you're good.
But another don't trust everyone. You could trust some people, but there's in all my months of those, there's been somewhat business relationships that have gone through.
You have to tell us who we have to stay away from.
The Grinning Ghosts, Melted. Who else?
Hiroshi boy.
Eggy Pop. Sugar Mittens is alright though.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
He's actually not though.
He's the worst one.
As long as Super Smash Brothers isn't involved, you're fine. But no, don't jump into anything right away, especially if you're a band or something. Where don't take any offer. Don't do pay to play a lot. It's alright to do like a couple, just so that way you can get the pictures and shit.
No,
I play Chain Reaction. And
I would advise against never doing pay to play under any stream. I've never.
see, for me, like having seen bands who've done pay to play, like I'm anti pay to play. I'll never do that, anything. But it's a good experience for someone to do like once, go play the whiskey or something. Like that's cool. You lose like, you know, a couple $100, or you get enough of your parents' friends or your friends' friends to go.
Yeah, that's our problem. We couldn't do pay to play because we don't have enough friends.
No, I did pay to play once with like my old band. No one showed up except like our families. And
Did you owe them?
I think we
money?
lost, 300, 400 or
Whoa.
something. Yeah.
Crazy.
Some of the new structures on pay to play I thought were okay. It's like you have to have the tickets, but you can return them, and then it doesn't cost you anything. I've only heard that in like rare cases, but that sounds a lot better than having to pay back the ticket.
The first time I ever saw Thomas play anything, it was his high school
I was in
band.
No, like I think a little after. My friend had a band he was starting, so I played bass, and he didn't tell any of us that he got a show that was pay to play, and he told us like a week and a half from the show. He's like, "Oh, this is pay to play. We have to sell all these tickets, or I'm gonna lose a ton of money." I was lucky enough. I was able to sell all the tickets to like you guys. You guys.
Yeah, I bought a ticket. I remember it being expensive.
It was at this big place called, I think it used to be called Gotham in San Bernardino or like Rancho Cucamonga, something like that.
And honestly, it was the worst show I've ever been to.
I had a broken amp that was just squealing.
And they put it through the PA system anyway.
Oh my god.
So it was
The space
unbearable.
was huge. It was probably like you could fit like 10,000 people in it, and there was like 10 people on the
Not
rail.
10,000, like maybe 3,000.
3?
Yeah.
It was like a
10,000.
huge hall, like a massive.
It was really big.
It was
10,000 people is a
massive.
lot of people.
I think 10,000 people could fit in there.
That's another tip for shows. Don't get a big place. Get a small space.
Oh yeah, so it seems. packed.
seems bigger.
The
So
energy.
that way when there's only 50 people that show up, it still seems packed
The energy.
and not empty. Like that's where I think is the. Like I heard that's why Chris moved the first Yost show to the underground. That's what little Mika told me. If you ever need art, Alarm Buzz on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
She
that
does
stuff.
good work.
Yeah. Did she do stuff for us?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she did the South
several.
by Southwest thing.
And the badge show that they dropped.
Yeah.
Melted Veg, Badlands.
Oh yeah.
Should I bleep that out?
No, nothing was said.
Well, that's another thing. Don't get a headliner that you can't replace. Like when Part Time dropped I had a show with Part Time and Death Ends and Foliage. That Foliage got me the bands because Part Time needed a show for that day, and so it was pretty much a part-time show. And then an hour before, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm stuck in Arizona." And then that was during when every LA band was on South by Southwest, and so I couldn't replace them with anyone. So I just started the show later, and everyone had shitty long sets. But yeah, shout out to little Emmanuel Foliage. He's a dick, but he makes good music.
Manual Foliage.
So
Emmanuel Joseph Walker.
Should we move on to the next segment, or is
What is the next segment?
Yeah.
I was hoping it was over.
I wanted to talk about Batman v Superman.
Do it.
Here we go. Here it goes.
I thought it was okay.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Okay, Zootopia.
Zootopia was an exceptional
It was
movie.
better than that.
Better than Batman vs Superman.
The end.
Jason Bateman knocked it out of the park.
He did alright. He always does alright. That might be the problem with Jason Bateman. He does alright. I like Jenny Slate. She was, I think, the sheep.
Jenny Slate's awesome.
I love Jenny Slate. I'm glad to see her
As a sheep.
around the industry.
Yep. Those
All right,
are our
next
opinions
segment.
on
Next segment.
those movies.
We gotta name this podcast still.
The
Wait.
Del Taco refills.
We call it.
So,
Let's do reverse Q&A now. Ask you the questions.
yeah, sure.
Go for it.
Actually, I should probably have a question prepared.
Dicey.
I don't know.
What are we gonna call this podcast?
Yeah.
Fresh beef. I'm just looking at the sign over there.
And talk shit on someone each episode.
What ends up
Alright.
happening other what the
That's-
beeps are have to
That's
say.
what Nicole and Olivia wanted, more drama.
People love
Make
drama.
a soap opera. Make one of those old radio shows from the 30s.
Yeah, they're starting to do that with podcasts now.
Say, there's a lot of over there. Get those out of here. I'm gonna.
I don't know. You know, there were entire episodes where we couldn't put it out because it was just too much.
Going off.
Yeah,
I want to hear those.
the lost episodes.
Release a box set. On cassette. Maybe we'll get on Spotify.
Maybe.
So, what are we talking about now? Ran out of steam.
Let's talk about Mitomo.
Bolder, Crusher, Better. That's the new name.
That's a tagline we should use.
What? What did you say?
Bolder,
Do
Fresher.
Better, Fresher, Bolder, so that way it's not
Oh, better.
Exact.
I like it.
Fresher, Bolder, Better.
No, we could use that because they didn't trademark it. I don't think they
Better.
didn't pay to trademark it.
You gotta
so.
beat them to it then.
Well, I'm not gonna trademark it. I'm just saying we can use it and not get sued.
Should call it handmade salsa.
That's actually not a bad. Okay, whatever.
About like something about friendship. No.
Friendship is magic.
Magic friendship.
Friendship is magic.
Podcast friends.
Pod racing with friends.
I think we need to figure out like what we're talking about each podcast. Because if we don't have a theme, it's just like a
We
whatever.
gotta get these segments down. So we talk about Jorge. We talk about our lives.
How else am I supposed to talk about? They're segmented.
So we could just have like a free-for-all like segment. That's like the meat of the show, and then we have segments like in between or after, where it's like video games or music or movies. So something on culture.
I know nothing of culture.
Friends on culture.
God, that's terrible. Oh.
Friend podcast culture.
Culture Club. The podcast. Rock culture.
That's pretty good.
No, dude. Dome rock. Remember that?
Dome rock.
That lot. You've laughed at that.
You thought that was gonna
tour.
be funnier than.
I did. I originally, in the original context of Dome Rock, it was very funny.
When the original context was stupid because I just read it off a sign.
Not so.
It was perfect.
It's like it's stupid. I was.
Context is key.
I read it off a sign. You went nuts. I was like, I'm just reading the sign.
That's a new podcast. I'm just reading the sign, and you go around pointing out signs, and each
We watch signs.
the album art for each episode is a different sign.
I like it. So we're gonna vote on that right now.
No, I'm not. I am against that. I'd rather have rock culture.
The new context.
The new concept.
That has weight to it.
No.
That-
New. It sounds so bad.
It sounds
The
like
new
it's on
concept.
NPR.
I don't know. NPR has some funny podcasts.
I really enjoy NPR. Prairie Home Companion. That's great.
Isn't that over?
Yeah, but it was great. All things considered, come on.
It wasn't for
Order
NPR.
Ready.
What?
That's the new name. Order Ready.
Order ready?
Buck and under.
I mean, it does cost under $1.
Starting at 59 cents.
Well, if you guys have a good idea for a name, please tell us.
I'm telling you right now. I'm
Rock
telling you all the
culture?
names. I'm just reading signs, dude.
Thomas, you're the naming king. Come up with a name.
Patrons only.
Okay.
It's decided.
That's it. E-verify.
He's only representing himself, Andrew.
Yeah, I know.
Is that a big issue for you guys? Representation?
I think I don't want to be called. All right, we'll shelf this and come back to it later.
I did like patrons only though. I really did. That's my number one choice, I think, out of everything we've said.
Who are the patrons?
Huh?
Who are the patrons in this scenario?
The people listening to the podcast, right?
I guess that would have to be.
Well, the first thing I thought it was like, it's like a Hearthstone card. A
That's
grim
right.
patron.
That's why you liked it so much.
I'm telling you, Twitch plays Garage Band or Rock Band.
That's pretty good.
Twitch plays rock band.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a segment where we talk about the Walking Dead finale?
Eyes white dragon.
This is so stupid. I don't know why you think it's that funny. It's
Because
stupid.
it bothers you so much. That's why.
I'd
What?
buy that bumper sticker.
Andrew, why do bother you? And that, I'm out. I'll leave on that.
There's spoilers, Walking Dead spoilers. You should skip ahead if you
It's
don't.
not even-
I like Negan. He was very charismatic.
So dumb.
Who do you think you can? Or do you watch Walking Dead?
I stopped after season 3 or 4 because I didn't like that it was all build up for no payoff really.
Well, I think there's a payoff sometimes.
Well, I think season 4 was bad. That's my memory.
Wait, what is? Wait, I just watched season 4. I thought it was good.
The Terminus stuff?
No, that's season 5, bro. Or the end of season 4 is when they're in Terminus and then they realize it's not the place that they thought it was.
That's the end of season 4?
Yeah, and then the first episode of season 5, they escape from Terminus.
Right, season 5 is the one I dislike a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we might spoil you then, I'm sorry.
I don't care. I'm not gonna get into it again.
Who do you guys think Negan killed?
Rick.
Negan killed Rick.
That'd be a good plot twist.
I think he killed Eugene.
That's not.
It will be. I think killing Eugene's a cop out, and I think that show has no balls, so they're gonna go for the cop out solution.
From what I read, it's almost what the comics said.
Glenn?
In the comics, it's Glenn who dies, and that would take balls. I'd respect that, but I don't think they'll do it because
But
Glenn's too popular.
yeah, Glenn is the most popular character.
You take the most balls to
No,
kill
Daryl's
Daryl.
the fun.
No, yeah, you're right.
The only context in which.
No, I
Daryl's
think
popular.
I think killing off Rick would actually be really interesting because they lose their leader and then they're just like, don't know what to
That'd
do.
be
I
And they
think
probably
it-
live successful lives.
Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting too, but it's like the Game of Thrones thing to do, and they can't do that.
I don't know if the show is strong enough to kill off Rick. I've invested too
Judith?
much to Rick.
No.
Wait, what? Judith wasn't
where's-
there. What are you
hey,
talking
Judith
about?
is at the.
What if they just start the new season with completely new characters?
I'd be okay with that. See where it went.
Oh yeah, no, like the next season is just all about Negan's group. I would like.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's a better.
I like Negan. I want to watch a show about Negan.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like what they did
Gonna
with the
get a lot of them
governor.
this
You know?
probably next 2 to 3 seasons. Has the villain ever gone on more than one season?
The governor.
Yeah, the governor was technically in 2, but I mean, the second time is short-lived.
Where are you at when you were stopped watching the way you were watching Walking Dead? What
Oh, when I
episode?
took like a giant break.
No, I mean like where are you at right now?
Oh, right now.
Besides these new episodes. And stuff.
I guess I'm on season 5, just the beginning.
What happened?
They
Where are
escaped
you at?
Terminus. That's so all I watched is the first episode of season 5.
So, did you see the one where it was like Rick alone in that house?
Oh, with all those guys? Yeah.
I love that episode.
That was really good.
I thought it was so
We
good.
should have. This spoilers. Walking Dead spoilers. You should skip ahead if you.
It's
don't
not even
wanna
that spoilers. Like, what? No, none of the in that episode,
Then
none of
there's
the
a
main
big
characters
choice.
die. It's
There's a
just
big choice.
Rick escapes from a
No,
house.
I'm gonna put that ahead of this entire section when we're talking about Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's the end of that segment.
That's how you start every podcast.
I think that was the worst one of all the things you've said. Like that one, that wasn't even. I don't understand how that one was funny. Like I can understand the other
Act-
ones, but
Well,
That makes sense.
maybe, and just I'm not gonna edit these anymore. Because like Nicole and Olivia said, they'd rather we didn't bleep stuff, and also Jorge.
Yeah, it's
Since when do we care what the audience wants?
yeah. That would take balls. Leaving in all the.
All-
Yeah.
You can call the podcast Mac. Dude, you laughed at that. Why did you laugh at that?
because it was bad. It wasn't good.
Why'd
I
you-
laugh at your bad jokes, like that are, like I don't think they're that funny, but like, I don't know. Like at that show, the house show you play with Melted, like Emma pointed out, like I was the only one laughing at your jokes, while like everyone else laughed at Justin's jokes.
I don't know how true that is.
No, it was true. I don't know.
It
if
might
you
have been,
noticed.
but I guarantee you I'm funnier than Justin.
I'm just saying more people laughed at Justin that night than your jokes.
The Yost security hated Justin. I was talking with them like in between every band, and they're like, oh yeah, they wanted to shut down you guys down. That's what they told me to do, but then I was like, fuck that. I'll give you guys 2 more songs. But they're like, oh yeah, we really want to stop because the singer guy was a dick, and he kept on bitching at us, and so I was like.
Well, you guys weren't there, like, so the crowd was like bumping into us, which is fine. Like, we were all okay with that, but they tried to like break it up, and Justin was like, "No, you don't have to do that." And I was like,
Yes.
It's not your show. It's my show. That type of
The
thing.
security
show.
really sucked. They I don't know if it was like the head lady, but she was like, this
Yeah.
isn't the place for this kind of stuff. It's too small. I have to explain, like, most of these bands have played in a lot smaller with like a lot more people. Yeah.
I guess they're used to the EDM crowd.
Yeah, the stage had like little DJ
For
set
the
up.
garden set, it was like really weird. There was like the security didn't know what to do. They were like standing on like the sides of the stage,
Yeah.
just like looking down. Like they're like.
They probably just didn't understand the garden.
Well, no, it's weird because the Yost has punk shows now. So
Oh, yeah.
there's like I don't know.
Who played there though? We saw like
It was like
the,
Iron Reagan.
we saw the names of the bands and we're like, what the hell? Why aren't we at that show or something?
I just think Chris needs to they need to give him different security, like give him his own team of people who know what's up.
Wait, so Chris is like trying to do shows at the Yost now, like just in general, or
I mean, he had 2 in a row. I'd assume because I mean, under the right circumstances, a small room would be all right for top acid type shows, where it's not huge bands, but it's still.
I need to get an elevator in that place, or like let us use the elevator. Costs a lot of money, but lugging up gear up that sucks.
Yeah, fuck the Yost, but at the same time, it wasn't really even the Yost's fault. It was just security. Besides that, yeah, security was the only thing that messed up that show. Besides that, it was really fun, and all the bands were good. Even though I only got to see everyone who's on the top stage and a little bit of the garden from the balcony, which was cool. That was weird because I've never just watched the garden. I've always been in the pit.
They had a good set.
Yeah, it was like seeing the act from like just watching it. It was like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what? This is so weird.
Why is that model punching the air?
Yeah.
I can't get enough of. I don't know where I was going.
Oh, I think you do. I think I know where you were going.
I was gonna like something like shirtless men, but
Can't go wrong with shirtless men.
you can. I've seen them.
I've seen the memories.
No, I like what Ricky does with that. He owns that. It's
Oh
cool.
Wait, does he usually take a shirt off?
yeah.
I've
For
seen
white
him without a
man.
shirt several times.
Yeah.
I guess I've never seen him without a shirt.
I've seen all of them play in their underwear. Except for Jeremy the drummer, he played with his shirt on.
And those are all the secrets I know, except why. But nobody cares.
But nobody
about
asked.
that. Yeah,
No, I think Will asked.
Who's Will?
that's true.
Yeah.
Will
from OCDIY.
Adobe?
Will Saba.
Will Adobe?
No.
Oh, Will
That's
Saba.
a different guy. I don't know.
That's the guy who wants to kill you.
Wait, really?
Remember that picture? It was like, no.
No,
We're
tell me. I wanna
Going
know.
down a rabbit hole
No,
here.
tell me.
It's one of those posts, and then he posted a picture of like a chicken with like the razor, like out of his like claw.
Wait, how does he know? What is
I
this?
don't know.
Okay.
Small scene.
Drama. Is it doing
Well, I'm on good terms with one Will.
The wrong one.
Oh, I know. I like the
That
one.
other guy's violent.
I like
you
Will
need, you need
Saba.
him in your corner to fight for you. So we make our dreaded return to Sidebar today.
Wait, what's the story behind that?
Just Sled Bar sucks. I think it's the worst bar in Orange County.
I don't know about that.
Because everyone
Probably.
in the scene says they don't like it. I've talked to.
Like the aesthetics
Just gross.
Yeah. There's like Avenged Sevenfold like memorabilia and no doubt memorabilia.
Hey, I like No Doubt.
Well, it's like all it's like OC stuff and like whatever. There's a big Mike Ness thing on the wall.
But dude, that's kind of like DiPiazza's.
I think it's way worse than
You think it's
DiPiazza's.
worse than DiPiazza's?
Yeah, I think so
Ugh.
too.
Because it has this like image. It's like everything looks like kind of like a
No, it's like-
auto garage, like a garage.
No, it just feels like it's like the hot topic of rock bars around here. That's what
But like Hot Topic's become a lot cooler.
Well, yeah, it's less cool than Hot Topic though. It's the Spencers of rock bars.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ringo Death Star played there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
They got some okay acts to play it, but it's just the gross place to play. It's establishment. It's your parents' punk rock.
Like literally,
I don't know if my parents would. No.
that's true. And then like,
want to go do blow in the bathroom, it's totally okay.
like I don't know. People like ironically respect Lit now, but nobody should respect Lit. And I don't know if you know, but Lit's the like owners of it.
The house that lit built.
Are you like a giant Lit fan?
Somewhat. Are you somewhat of a lit fan?
Do.
That's a good song.
Yeah, I don't know any other songs. But I've seen them twice.
Andrew's dad's a big lit fan.
No, I remember so I saw him twice, and then like some cousin that I never see was at a family party, and she was like, "Man, thanks for getting me onto Lit. They're awesome."
Oh no. I swear I've seen Angels and Airwaves like 4 times by accident. It is at these festivals I would go to. Most of the AFI things I would go to and they were there.
They opened for AFI.
Kind of, because they were a new band. Every time I've seen them play with AFI, they always supported.
I just think that's a weird choice.
Well, it's like on festival things and they play like before AFI for whatever reason.
How long have we been going with this?
Long
1
time.
hour. So let's start wrapping it up.
Wait, 2 hours? Oh, 1 hour.
2 hours.
What's the new segment? Local
I
news.
think you need to think about these segments.
The
before.
weather. You want to be our weatherman, Andrew?
How's the weather?
No.
Great. Okay.
It's sort of hot today.
Yeah, it was kind of hot.
That is true.
It's really cold in here though.
Very.
So I have a jacket and a sweater.
We're at a Del Taco, by the way.
Thought that was implied.
I don't know. I don't know what people think.
You know.
They all know. If you're eating, it's Del Taco.
We do after shows. We go to like Denny's. 'Cause most of the time we go talk.
We haven't been at Denny's in forever.
Yeah. Or we haven't done a podcast in a while.
I vote no.
If you say so, yeah.
Who's gonna make the theme song?
Nobody.
You do it.
Daryl.
So you do a theme song now. Go.
Oh, what's the name? What's the theme of the show?
Or it could just be an instrumental theme.
Patreon.
Some French goth pop.
Yeah.
Go.
Bleed pop.
That's
What,
whatever
ABBA?
that is probably really good.
ABBA.
And then I guess we're agreed now. This one will be less censored.
Uncensored. It's just
Well,
uncensored.
I don't know. Uncensored. That's opening a
bit
door we can't close.
Because I feel like there's at least 47 minutes of in there. So we need to take some of that out.
It's a little heavy on the Andrew.
So dumb.
You want to do a sports segment, Thomas?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Who's gonna win the game?
I don't know. On the next.
Talk about esports.
Oh man, I would love
yeah.
that.
Who's gonna win the next esport? Andrew?
Well, like 14-year-old kid won the winter championship for Hearthstone. I think he's got a good chance. And he's 14.
That's why we go for you, for all the best in esports news.
And all the news in 14-year-old.
Next segment. So, closing off this first podcast of the new continuity, we got nowhere, and it seems like the format and production is exactly the same as the last
The old
one. So we'll just start over so I don't have to renumber it when I upload it to iTunes, because that's just a hassle. And if you guys want to get the old ones, I don't know what you're going to have to do.
They're on SoundCloud.
No, I took them down,
Why'd you do that?
because we have a limited number of space.
But what else would we use the space for?
No, it's like I had to take episodes down so there's enough space for new episodes.
What about the official podcast website?
Yeah, they're up on that. I guess you can go to podcast.com still, search post-show and find the old episodes. But this is the new continuity in the new universe.
This is the rebirth.
This is the first step in the long voyage that's going to be this podcast.
Patient zero.
Yeah, this is it. So strap yourselves in.
In a world where was
This is it.
God. I think you should believe that last part.
It's all good.
Well, I don't know.
Please.
We have to decide, but
We gotta throw a match
Let's-
to this. We gotta throw a match to this one.
I don't
boys.
want this to be like Batman versus Superman.
What do you
like
mean?
we need to
You need a
decide what
Zootopia.
our tone
Got a
and
Zootopia
structure
this
is
one
going to
up.
be.
Oh, so you agree that Batman vs Superman has bad structure?
Yeah, I've never disagreed with that. It had a lot of problems as a movie, but there was a lot to like.
Oh.
There's a lot to like.
I don't know if there's
Daryl's
that
trying to
much
get you
like-
to see a bad movie. I just don't think you should see the bad movie.
It's a flawed movie with great parts.
What?
and it's worth
What's
seeing.
great about it?
Batman. Ben Affleck is great as Batman. He's the best Batman on film. I think.
He's the best Batman.
The fight scene in the warehouse when he's saving
Yeah, that's
Superman's mom
5 minutes. Of,
is the best.
Less than
it's
5 minutes.
The best Batman fight scene on film
Probably
ever,
like
all time.
40 seconds.
of a 2.5 hour movie. That's very small.
Watch
part
the
of it.
clip on YouTube.
Dude, there's a
dude.
director's cut coming out that adds 30 minutes of footage. I'm excited about it.
That's
Oh,
gonna be
man.
awful.
30 minutes of Jesse Eisenberg over talking. Great.
Popping Jolly Ranchers into people's mouths.
Awkward.
That's why he's the best Lex Luthor.
I mean, I like Jesse Eisenberg. I just think.
Just watch Star Wars again. Buy the Blu-ray.
yeah,
watch
get
Star
this.
Wars.
Yeah, that's a better
Better
use of
option.
your time.
All right, until next time on Daryl Defends Batman versus Superman. All right,
There it is.
That's what we're calling
Next
it. Bye, guys.
on the
Too deep.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Don't forget to write your
Be good.
ideas.
Be good to your bands.
Yeah.
Most people don't have bands. Good for them.
Hey, don't start a band. Or
Too many bad bands.
Yeah, there's too many bands that, and
Yeah.
too many promoters, too many everything. Just forget. Just if you wanted to get into music, move to Montana.
You be the big band in Montana.
We're huge in Montana.
Whenever somebody tours Montana, you're there.
You're the headliner. They're opening for you.
All right.
And eventually,
Do
that,
it.
And
Go
eventually,
to
that big
Montana.
band owes you the favor once you come out.
So we're moving to Montana.
Yeah.
What you're
You
saying?
got everything packed.
Got everything in the van.
My dad would approve. He loves Montana.
Really?
Yeah.
Montana's awesome.
Is Montana flat?
No, it has mountains.
Hey, we're supposed to be ending this.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's-
conversation went to the.
We started talking about Montana.
Yeah.
The never-ending podcast.
This is State. We review the states. How's that Albuquerque this time of
Like
year?
the Better Know a District thing.
Yeah.
That was such a good segment.
Better know Montana.
Fighting Montana.
Fight Montana. Where did you go? Did you go to Montana one time? Why do you
Me?
like Montana? Yeah.
I just like Montana. I don't know.
You like the idea?
Yeah.
You like the idea of Montana?
I don't know. When I think of Montana, it's like the Marlboro Man's like standing on a mountain or something. I don't know if that's what it's like at all, but that's what
I don't even know
imagine.
what that. Are you referencing something?
The Marlboro Man's the smoking cowboy guy.
The camel?
No. No, that's Joe Camel.
We should call the podcast that. The Camel? Question mark. Look.
The Marlboro Man's a cowboy that smokes Marlboros.
What's the camel?
That's Camel cigarettes.
That's Joe Camel.
That's Joe Camel.
That's a brand of cigarette.
Yeah,
Camel
Camel
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Is that still around?
There's like 5
know.
cigarette companies.
I guess.
Marlboro Man, the Camel,
I didn't know Marlboro had a mascot.
Virginia Slim.
Whenever I think of Marlboro, I think of the Final Fantasy enemy. Watch out for their bad breath attack, because it gives you every single status effect in the game.
It's pretty hardcore.
Yeah. And that's the end of the podcast.
How's Vermont?
No, we can't blow our
My
load
cousin
in
went
this.
there for
Wyoming.
college.
Isn't Bernie Sanders from Vermont?
That's true.
Senator, the only, or one of the few independent.
Oh, we can have the politics segment. Bernie's coming back. He's gonna win New York. He's rallying.
What
Gonna
are you
take the
guys' thoughts on Bernie Sanders?
I
I like him. I think his politics would possibly bankrupt America, but I like him.
don't think he's probably gonna win.
Yeah, I don't
You
so.
think Hillary's gonna take the?
Yeah, probably. It's the best of a bad situation.
And with that hopeful send off,
There's always it's always going to be a bad choice.
That's the podcast.
That's it. It's
The
always-
bad choice.
The bad touch. The bad. Oh, but you laugh at child molesting jokes. That's what the bad touch is.
I'm laughing at the song by that band. What? I thought that's what you were referencing.
No, that's not the child molester.
I thought you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. That song. That's called Bad Touch
Is
by the
it?
Bloodhound Gang.
That song called Bad Touch?
Yeah,
It's
I
not
know. I
called-
used to listen to that song a lot.
Now, if that isn't a Trump supporter right there. Listens to the Bloodhound Gang more than once. I
Wow. Okay.
heard Paul Ryan could possibly disrupt the
Who's Paul Ryan?
brokered convention.
Thomas is our political reporter. You have to tell us who everybody is.
I don't know who he is. Any speaker of the House?
You tell me. You're the
No,
political
you tell
reporter.
me.
Someone Google this. Who wants to be the fact checker?
What am I Googling?
Who's the Speaker of the House? And what the Speaker of the House is.
Okay, that's a good one. What is
Or is Senate Majority Leader?
is this?
No, we
Hold on.
We shouldn't broadcast our ignorance.
I know. I think it's great.
Maybe that's the title. Broadcast ignorance.
That's pretty good, actually. Develop that, Thomas.
Wait. Well. There's. Wait a second.
Lauren Michael.
Trying to understand this. Okay, Paul Ryan. That's Paul Ryan, right? It says his style is Mr. Speaker.
His job. What's his job?
And then it
what does
says
he
the
do?
what is look
Who's
under
his-
style it says Mr. Speaker, the Honorable.
That's like how you're supposed to refer to
Title,
him.
man.
It's like his title.
So the Speaker of the House is the presiding officer of the United States House of Representatives. Okay. The Constitution does not require that the Speaker be an elected House of Representatives, though every Speaker so far has been an elected member of the House. Wait, what else did you want?
The White House?
Okay. Let me click on House.
It's a fine house.
What is
Yeah,
mean?
it's the House of the
What does
Representatives.
is
It's not the White House. The representatives, you know, they vote on stuff. you
How
know,
do I vote?
legislatures.
Do I vote?
Wait, what?
Do I vote?
No. Okay. The House, like, they pass legislation that affects the entire country. But it also has to be passed by the Senate, and then it has to be agreed by the president. So, like,
So
it
where-
goes, eventually it will go to the president, but the president could just veto it. You know?
Could, but then you get the whole country mad at you if you do that.
Yeah. Oh, they also have the power to impeach officials. Ooh. Yeah.
Who's the leader of the House during the who like tried to impeach Bill Clinton?
See?
You don't know?
Do you know?
No? I figured you know.
Oh, I just know a bunch of like random shit.
Yeah?
That is true actually, but no, I don't know.
I'm interested.
Doesn't say anyone
to
tried
get-
to impeach.
You tried to cock block Clinton.
Yeah, there's nothing here that says that they tried to impeach him, but maybe they did.
A little known fact: one of my alter egos when I was a backyard wrestler was the Bill Clinton.
Backyard wrestling.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
me and
that's
Daryl
true.
used to backyard
We
wrestle.
we met backyard wrestling, and I think my finishing move was called the Halls.
Look,
of Chuck.
my feed is literally podcasts. Nick Tavallo, Penn, Artie, Nick, Artie. Wow, this is a lot of help.
But we're going way too long. We need to wrap up.
And we know nothing about politics, is what we're saying.
You know somewhat about.
We're saying come here for all your political news needs.
All I know is I took a quiz and it said I should vote for Hillary. That's all I'm saying.
We're the
Pop metal.
We're the pop-up video of politics.
Like it on this account you melted or so one of you guys is listed as pop metal.
What the fuck is this? I know, I just saw it.
It's definitely not us.
Did you do that?
No, music of popular. Oh, I know the girl who runs this. She's cool.
All right, so bye again.
See ya. Leader of the house.
Don't start a band. Don't get into music. Go into podcasts.
Leave it up. Leave it alone.
Live podcast tapings instead of shows. That's what you should do.
I
Instead
don't know
of
if
playing.
you go to live podcast
Yeah,
taping.
They do.
Comedy Bang Bang does it.
Oh,
Hollywood Babylon and Kevin Smith.
WTF has done a few.
I guess I'm thinking of like lesser known podcasts.
They sell tickets and stuff too. Apparently they
Yeah.
sell out.
I almost went to a Comedy Bang Bang once. That'd be cool. Rip to
We
Comedy Death
need to
Ray.
book that live podcasting show. All right, with that, we'll leave you. Bye. I just wanted to break an hour and a half. And then like
If you want to go do blow in the bathroom, it's totally okay.